Welcome into the recap of the Cubs' 7-2 victory over the Los Angeles Angels Monday evening at Wrigley Field. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by our great partners at the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. They are the official truck partners of the Chicago Bears. Chevy, drive Chicago. And our great partners at Tasty Trade, your online trading platform, should always be tastytrade.com. Edward Cabrera, you were ridiculous tonight. Cubs got their first look in a regular season start in a Cubs uniform for Edward Cabrera, who they acquired from the Miami Marlins back in January for top prospect right fielder Owen Casey, who's off to a very good start down in Florida. In fact, did a game-winning walk-off home run to right field yesterday in a Marlins victory. But tonight, it was a chance for Edward Cabrera to show off his arsenal of outstanding velocity, really nasty breaking stuff, and he was simply magnificent. Let's get right into it because he is our Gallagher player of the game. Since 1927, Gallagher has been serving Chicago, partnering with businesses of every size to provide insurance, risk management, and people strategies to help you take on any challenge. Learn more at ajg.com. Edward Cabrera was simply magnificent tonight from the jump. He had good command. He wasn't all over the place where he has had in the past issues walking people. But he talked in spring training about the Cubs pitch lab, pitching coach Tommy Hotovy, and the ability to maybe harness his amazing arsenal of stuff better than maybe what he'd been doing down in South Florida. Tonight, this dude, when he had to make big pitches, he did just that, and he gave up simply one hit on the evening. He punched out 5. He walked just 1. He gave up no runs in 6 dominant innings. Colin Ray pitched the last 3 innings, finished it off, did give up a home run to former White Sox standout Yoan Moncada, who stayed since he signed there in LA, and he hit a home run, 2-run jack tonight. Those were the only 2 runs that the LA Angels were able to procure in this ball game. But Edward Cabrera, he easily is our Gallagher player of the game. Let's talk about what we watched tonight inside the box score, because the Cubs were not early in the game hitting especially well. They were getting walks. Their eye at the plate was outstanding tonight. And then the pitcher for the Angels was just wild, making his first career start. Johnson only lasted 3 1/3. He walked 4. The first 7 pitches he threw of the game, you could tell he was nervous and overamped up. First 7 pitches were nowhere near the strike zone. And then the Cubs caught a defensive miscue break. That plated a couple of runs, and the next thing you know, they're sitting there with a 3-0 lead. They get a home run from Ian Happ. He should have won in all 4 games in the season. If you think back to opening day, he crushed one that looked like it was headed to the street, and one of the meteorologists posted on social that he has a tracking metric, and he said it knocked that ball down. It cost him 113 feet of distance. And that ball was caught deep in the outfield. That ball would have been way out on the street. He then homered on Saturday, Sunday, and again tonight. So he's off to a smoking hot start. A couple of other things to look at inside the numbers. Cubs held Mike Trout down. They struck him out twice. He was 0 for 4, and he's off to a fairly solid start for the Angels, and it appears he's healthy for the first time in a long time. The one hit, the 2-run home run for Moncada, and then they also had a hit from Jorge Soler and a couple hits for Nolan Shanwell and one for Nito, their leadoff hitter. But that was it, only 1 off the Cubs starting pitcher. For the Cubbies, they banged out 9 hits in the ball game, and a multi-hit night for Dansby Swanson, the only one that the Cubs had. Let's take a look at our starting pitching matchup. And by the way, our inside the box score brought to you by our great partners, as always, at sinusandsnoringmd.com. My wife's going up to bed, and she said, "It's so nice to know you don't snore because of these fine people." Sinus and snoringmd.com. They are the best. Let's take a look at the starting pitching matchup we call Winging It, brought to you by our great partners at Hooters, originalhooters.com, 11 Chicago area locations. I gave you Cabrera's numbers. I'll run through them again quickly. 6 innings, 1 hit, no runs, 5 Ks, 1 walk. He was magnificent. And then Colin Ray pitched the last 3 innings of the ball game. For the Angels, Johnson, 3 1/3, 7 hits, 6 runs, all earned, 2 Ks, 4 walks, and the home run to Ian Happ. And then they used 2 relievers. Cubs win the ball game. Going away, they were very comfortably in charge of this one all night long. Our Studio 41 look ahead, Studio 41 home design showroom, 13 Chicago area locations. They have a new one in Naperville. This beautiful kitchen here, we bought all of it at Studio 41, studio41.com. 2 more for the Cubbies with the Angels. A night game on Tuesday, and then a day game Wednesday, a day off Thursday, and then head to Cleveland to take on the Guardians this weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Hope you had a really good day. Start to your week was good. Cubs win, baby. 2-2. Have a great rest of your night. Appreciate you greatly. Take that.